Welcome back on YouTube. We are writing a Doom song, or a song in the spirit of Doom. There is no such thing, Pavlos. Okay. So, let's get into guitars, guys. So, okay, the setup for guitars is pretty simple. I quad-tracked them. So they are actually different takes. We're panning everything extremely left to right, extremely right, extremely right to the right. We are going to set the volumes to an acceptable level before sending them to our group. And our DIs basically, like, if I were to just leave in the DIs, our DIs sound like this. Do you hear that clipping? It's not because the audio is actually clipping, by the way. It's because my guitar's pickups are gnarly as all hell. So it's kind of intended. It's not a bug, it's a feature. So we're going to have to work around that. But that's going to be fine. It'll yield a very aggressive tone that we need to be very careful about when setting up our gain, right? So let's solo one of our guitars, and let's get a tone going, right? Let's, I'm going to set this to -4, and I'm going to set it to our center, and let's try to find an acceptable guitar tone, right? First things first, what are we going to need? We're going to need, of course, an amp and a distortion box. Now I'm going to stop everything so that you can hear what everything is doing. So first of all, why do you need a pedal in front of your amp? If you were to just use your amp, and I'm just gonna put in a cap first, like, just for the sake of it. You see that it sounds very muddy, very and that's because if you don't have a pedal in front of it, which is basically like an overdrive, basically, it's very muffled, and you don't have the tightness that you need when playing in low tunings. Again, we are tuned to drop F on a 7th string, right? So this precision drive is basically the pedal that is basically like an overdrive and is designed by Misha Mansour from Periphery to serve this exact purpose, tightening up the distortion of an amp. For low tunings, yeah? The amp that we're using is actually Toneforge Misha Mansour, but the reason why we're using it is that it's a simulation. It's not because it's Misha's. I do have Misha's signature model. I do have Misha's amp, but it's not because I love the man, although I do. It's also because everything that he does kind of serves my purposes and how I play it, right? He's got passive pickups, which I enjoy immensely. He's got a bigger scale on the guitar to allow for lower tunings. He's done basically an emulation of the PV EVH amp over here. He made a pedal that's especially designed for gent, basically. Like, come on, man. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate this pedal. For the cab, we are going to use the matched... No, we're not going to use the matched cab. We're just going to use it for testing for now. We are not going to use the built-in limiter. So let's just set up a tone. Now, first of all, I'm going to go to the crunch channel because this is gent, right? And it's low tune gent. You don't actually need this much distortion. Hold on. You might think that sounds okay on its own, but when it's quad tracked and you've got distorted bass and all this layering going on, it's too much. It's too much. So we're gonna go for a crunch. And the way this plugin works is that it has 4 stages. Look at this number over here. It has 4 stages of gain. They called it infinite gain. Metal. Anyway. What we care about is finding the right balance between having a very saturated, very bright tone, but keeping that heaviness, that low end, and keeping it as clean as possible while still getting the saturation that we need for palm mutes and stuff like that. So let's see if we can make that happen. First of all, I'm gonna set the gate to around 50. This is a noise gate. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not going into the red over here, so I'm gonna just turn down the input a little bit. These amps from Joey Sturgis, they say it in the manual, they work best when your input gain is hitting kind of yellow, yeah? Okay, we are going to drive it a little bit. We're gonna up the brightness, and we're gonna up the attack. We're gonna boost the volume, going into the amp quite a bit. Now it's just about getting the right distortion stage. Bear in mind, so what am I listening for? I want to get the saturation of like a real amp, but I do not want it to sound too noisy, too messy, right? I just need it to be right in the sweet spot. This is a bit too honky for my taste. And what am I looking for to get out of this amp specifically? I want to get a really bright new camera. Hey, that one guitar guy, welcome! I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. No, same camera. We just set it up. I mean, it's a new angle, but we've done some work on the settings. Hopefully it'll look better. Right, so I like this because I want it to be bright and I want to feel like the pick scraping, right? How are you doing, that one guitar guy? How you been? You haven't... What's up? What's up? Hey-oh. We are trying to write some Doom-style music. I feel like this is a good spot, but I need to drive it a little bit more with some more gain from over here. Yeah? See what I'm going for? And I want it to be mid-forward. A lot of people cut their mids, but I can do it with EQ afterwards. I want the raw tone to be like super aggressive. Too much low end. Right? Okay. Finished an Airborne cover. Nice. Man, I haven't listened to Airborne in ages, man. They're basically like AC/DC, but a bit more metal. If I remember correctly, and I swallowed a bit of ice. Oh god. Okay. So basically, I think this is the EQ we're gonna go with. This is the tone that we're gonna go with to start out with. Yeah. The tightness is gonna just make the sound tighter. Basically, it's gonna clean up some of that low end mud. We still want to keep a bit of that. The saturation is gonna add in some extra harmonic distortion. And the purr is going to add in some more low end. I don't know about that one guitar guy, but yeah. We've actually got a Discord. Hey, Iridian Seeker, do you want to pop the link to the Discord? By the way, and it's a sort of creative club that I'm trying to build, but I need to give more attention and love to it to make it like better. But we're just starting out with the Discord, and like people can just post their stuff in there, and I listen to it. I just need to find some time. But also, like, if you need help with like mixing or stuff, just let me know. We can totally work something out. But just some feedback. Always love to give it if you want it. Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That one guitar guy. Hey, Aridian. Hey, with that Discord link. If you could just pop it in the chat, that would be awesome, please. Right. So, for the top end. Working on it. Okay, thanks. Okay. For the top end, we are just gonna leave as it is for now because we're gonna add in top end later. And we're just gonna add a bit of harmonics and a bit of compression, just a tad. Now let's see what these guitars sound in context, and then we will do a bit of mixing on them to make them pop a lot more. So, left one, right one. We need to do cab stuff. We need to add in a cab, but this is gonna be fine for us just to get like a bit of an idea. I think that's a pretty acceptable tone to start out with, but we can make it better. First of all, although I do quite enjoy using JST cabs over here, no, thank you, that one guitar guy. So pop it in there if you want to. If not, you can just like whisper to me on Twitch or whatever, or contact me on any socials, or we can chat via email, whatever you want, dude. If you just want to talk shop, I'm open to it. What did I want to say? So I do love using JST matched cabs and stuff like that, but I did buy the Zilla cabs. So we're going to go with those for now, just to start out with. And we're going to go to the Zilla cabs, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pop in an angled cab, vintage 30s, SM57, just your basic stuff. We don't care about tone right now, yeah? We just want to... Yeah, so that's our tone to start out with. Now, for the middle guitars, I want to try something different. What I want, so basically one of the things that I always do is I try to get the PV with a Mesa sound. It never really works out the way I want it to. But yes, I did SuperNab. I recorded all the guitars. They are quad-tracked, and I edited the crap out of them. So, yeah. And this is what it takes. This is what it takes to get that sound. So what I want for this is that I want... Oh, God. I want the Mesa sound. So I'm going to go to THU... No, you sound awesome, SuperNab. And I'm really pissed that I didn't make it to any of your streams yet, but I will. Right? So... For this one, let me just center it so we can hear it. What I want is I want the Tube Screamer, boop, and I want... What do I want? Well, we do have a Randall, but we want... Where are you? There it is. Modern US, no thank you. I don't want the cab because, again, we are going to be using the Zilla cabs. Zilla. Godzilla. Zilla. Does anybody know that song from Blue Oyster Cult, who I adore? Right. SM57. We are actually going to do the SM57 with the SM57 on this. Let's see what that sounds like. Very faintly from Guitar Hero. I never played Guitar Hero, actually. Okay, so this is this is basically the Mesa cab, the Mesa amp, right? It's very woofy, it's very heavy, it's very low, like muffled. So we need to fix that, right? We also need to dial back that distortion. Yeesh! It's actually amazing how little distortion you need to sound heavy. So I think this is gonna work for, like, to start out with, for our tones. Let's see. Let's see if we have a proper guitar tone now that we can work with on our in our mixing. How does that sound, guys? You're solid. Dope. As solid as Snake. Okay. There's one thing I would like to turn down the you guys sound awesome. Thank you. I want to turn down the high end of the bass a little bit. It's a bit much. Okay, now let's do some mixing on the guitars a little bit. So first of all, what do I want? There's three things I'd like to do on the guitars really super quickly. First of all, I need to frequency sweep and clean up some of the mud. And we're gonna do it super quick and fast and just okay, there's that one. And around here is what I'm hearing. Another thing is that I need to take out some high end, but not much. A lot of people overdo it with when mixing guitars with this high end, like taking out high end, because they remember the pot farm days and they just take out like all the high end. But you don't need that. Like, amp modelers are awesome today, so just take out just a tad, not too much though. Right, just to clean up some of that extreme high end. So that's one thing. We're just gonna copy paste this across everything, just like that. And now our guitars sound like this. Okay? I think that's pretty solid. Okay, you can hear that a lot of the mud has been cleaned up and a lot of the like annoying sounds. Second thing is that I want two compressors to happen. I want a general compressor to happen over here, and I want a multi-band after that. So first of all, I just want like a compressor that's pretty good, but not too good right now. I just wanted to like have. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay, I just want it to be sort of a really fast compressor that just tames the peaks of the sound, yeah? Yeah, and you can hear that it has like it's fast, but it leaves a bit of that attack, and that's what we want. You can hear that it's like da 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 da. That's what you want, right? So I'm just gonna copy paste that all over, and we're gonna tweak this like so much, guys. I know, it's kind of raw so far, but we just wanna do the basics. Okay. Another thing is that we want to tame that huge low end when palm muting on guitars, right? So yeah, so this is what you want. And again, like just leave a bit of it, fast release, and just get in there. Okay, you gotta be careful with this stuff because you don't want to kill the tone of the guitars. Here's what the guitars sound like now. Now for the guitar's bus, I know I want some tapes. Why are we adding tape? I hear you ask. If Cubase doesn't crash, come on. Don't do it. Okay. Tape actually works super well when you have digitally distorted stuff because this emulation will just tame a lot of that digital character and add in some extra harmonics that are pleasing to the ear. It's very subtle. I don't know if you can hear it. It just makes everything buttery smooth. The other thing that we want to do, and this is gonna be, oh boy. Okay, so first of all, I want to go over here. I want to go to my 8K. I don't want to boost everything. Let's see if that does the trick. Another thing is that I would quite enjoy having a bit of compression. Fast-ish, very fast release. You can fall back and see this is actually kind of soothing. Well, I would be lying if I didn't say that I watch a lot of mixing tutorials, and a lot of times it's before I go to bed, and sometimes I do fall asleep. And not because it's a bad tutorial, it's just like it's kind of soothing, right? Like hearing people work on this stuff. I don't know. Right, and all of this needs to go into a limiter just so that we can tame everything. Fast release. Okay, and this is our sound for now. Oh boy, you're so loud. You so loud. Why are you so loud? Oh shit. What happened, Kodak? There's like some annoying frequencies, but screw it. We're not gonna tweak them now. We don't care. We don't care. We need to get composing, right? Oh boy, we spent a lot of time on our sound. Okay? Our sound, for now, starting out. I'm gonna turn the guitars a bit down. I don't know, I always turn guitars down. Alrighty then, lads and lasses. We are going to take a quick 5-minute break and then we are going to do the Doom instrument, right? We're gonna do sound design. And then we're gonna bring everything back into this project. We're gonna do that in a separate project. And we're gonna bring everything back into this project. Hopefully it'll open up. Because the last time I attempted the Doom sound, literally my project would not open. And I've actually lost another synthwave project that I was supposed to do on stream because my project just refuses to open anymore. So I'm very, very worried about this. Hopefully it'll work. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, let's say. And then we will be back continuing this, and I'll cut the video for YouTube as well. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. This has been Guitars. I've been Dan, and we'll be right back.